Hello, and welcome to another One Line of Code. I am One Line. I'm also trailing off. I am thinking that I should put my currently playing song on this scene too. Maybe here. Center horizontally. There we go. That looks okay. Ish. Kinda. Whatever. Anyway, hi. Hello, I hope you're doing well today. It is Wednesday, August 9th. Another fantastic day to be a developer. Are you using the right screen? You are, so let's hop on over to the desktop. Cool. So lately we have been working in this test that Peter was so kind to give us. And we've been using this test to debug the issue with, I guess we're down here somewhere, the issue with pressing an operator after pressing the equal sign on our calculator. And the calculator, again, originally started as a HTML, JavaScript, CSS snippet of code, I guess, that Max, a community member, a young community member, he's around 13 or 14, I have no idea how old he is now, created because he was just messing around with JavaScript trying to learn it. So we said we'd use it, so we're using it. But yeah, so at the moment we have a failing test that we've been working on trying to fix, and in fixing that, now that I'm remembering, I have caused all of the tests to fail, which is great. And the reason for that is because I changed the thank you, Dukasoft. I changed the output, the num output, the thing that gets displayed in the calculator, to be the sum value, or the calculated value. So for example, in Windows calculator, oh, and by the way, we are working on the financial management project. And this is just a small calculator feature. Feel free to check out the financial management project on ye old GitHubs. So if I push the 5, and then I push a plus, and then I push another number, and then I push equals, then we get the formula up there, and then we get the num output here in the place where what you are typing goes. Equal sign is still active. I didn't realize that. So in hours though, I have not written the logic like that, had not written the logic like that originally, which we're going to change. I'm actually going to get rid of this since it's going to be in the number output. Which I guess I renamed to say displayed input num. And hello, Thindle! So I'm always showing up to your stream at a time when I'm like 5 minutes away from a meeting. And like even now, I have a, like depending on how crucial or critical he wants this to be, my project manager might call me during the stream, and he might call me multiple times. If he calls me multiple times, then I'll answer him, but if he only calls me once, then he can wait until after my normal blocked off time. Yeah, you should know by now. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. My calendar is updated. You know when I'm available. But anyway, yes, I do show up. That is true. And I'm so sad that I missed Peter's stream last night. if any of you were there last night for me, I guess early morning for a lot of you. If any of you were there, how did it go? And hello, Julian. Oh, I didn't even need to go into here to do this. Okay, so when I push 5 plus 2, when I hit equals, so you can see right now it's outputting there, and I'm keeping it here. I thought I saved this. Do you need to rebuild? Oh no, my hot reload. Mayhaps I made that change before the app finished building and running, and so it didn't actually pick up the changes. This time, before making any new changes, I am going to wait until the app is stable, but it feels more and more like hot reload is just becoming less and less responsive. More and more like it is becoming less and less. Regarding my stream, I have just a few words to say. It's alive. So that probably means something to the people that were there, or you have started streaming again. I have my ears off most of the time because meetings. On Monday, it happened to be that I was meeting with someone to talk with them, give them some advice on being a software developer, I guess, or improving their chances at not even. I mean, it was just a good conversation overall. They were just probing me for my experience in getting a job in the software development world, because they are a junior dev, and everything is like, we want a junior dev, but you must have 3 to 5 years of experience. And it's like, how do you get over that hurdle? How do you prove to them that even though you've only been working in the industry for 1 year as a junior dev, you have the skills to be able to excel as a junior dev on their project? You don't need the 5 years. And this was a person that did go to university, but they went to university for a completely different field of study. There we go. Yeah, okay. So we're back to where we were. They want a senior dev for junior dev money, is what that sounds like. Yeah, honestly. Time to debug some payments. Absolutely. Oh, and it's because Thindle was saying what the It's Alive comment was in reference to. And he says, well, my debug checkout payment provider works. Got to get the debug normal payment provider working. Then actually get the real payment providers working. And then that's when Dukasoft said, time to debug some payments. Okay. All right. So let's get some tests to pass. Our test explorer is currently looking like this. I'm just going to put you over here. Can I put you over here? Is this going to be a weird place for it? So that we can just switch back and forth. We can scoot you just a little wider. Okay, so my brain is here. We're good. Here's our calculator. When we push the equal sign, I do want our active operator to be submit. Yeah, so I don't like this. We are always going to use the operator that we press. Let's just see what that does. Clear. 5 plus 2. I don't know why I'm constantly pushing. 5 equals 2. No. Oh. I don't clear the calculator. I don't unrender the calculator so it disposes in between closing the window. You know, I don't mind that. So it seems like the only thing that I do is not render the content inside of the component, but I don't have the component itself wrapped in an if statement. Otherwise, the component would have been disposed. Let's just take a look to see if that is the truth. Does anyone know where main layout is? Wait, this window stays on top? I don't know what to do with that. I don't want you to stay on top. Just go down here. It'll be fine. Save. All set. Apparently I'm pushing buttons to break stuff. Wait. Okay, no. That was actually what just happened. I was like, was there an... Actually. Yeah, because I pushed Control Z to get here. So never mind. I was thinking that there were some issues in main layout that it just wasn't reporting to me. I am having, by the way, a ton of issues with the Razor editor on my work machine. It is not resolving any of my components. They're all coming up as this blue color with green squigglies under them, and I've done everything from updating to the latest Visual Studio that just came out yesterday, and it was kind of funny because I think they released 16.17.0.7, and then they just whatever, something happened where they released a version update that was the third version number, you know, the third dot number. Revision number. I don't know what the third dot number means. Oh my gosh, why is this so hard to find? Yeah, so it was 17.6.6, I think is what they released. And as I was installing it, it was like, I cannot install this because there is a newer version available. And I was like, huh? In the midst of me installing it. And it's because 17.7.0 had just come out as well. So I don't know if it was just like an accidental release with not changing the version number to the right one. Whatevs, man. Whatevs. Okay. Where are we? We are trying to figure out... Oh, yeah. So then I deleted bin and obj, cleared my NuGet cache because the component library that I'm using is one of our shared packages coming from our NuGet feed, our internal NuGet feed. And so I thought maybe it's a reference thing. So I cleared out my NuGet cache, cleared all my bin and objs folders, and then rebuilt everything in the right order. And I still am getting editor issues with squigglies. So the next thing I'm going to try is direct project references instead of NuGet references, just to see if that's a thing. But I created a new file and only reference stuff from within the solution itself, and I still got squigglies. So I have no idea what's going on. Not a clue. Not a clue. Luedo. Okay. Moving on. I was actually looking for the .razor so I can find the calculator, which is in the top bar. Here it is. Yeah. And so what I normally do for my dialogue type things, so my calculator is a dialogue, is I would go at if show calc, then render the component. And then when we hide the calculator, it will turn this false, which means that the calculator would not be rendered, which means it would be disposed as well. But doing it this way means that I'm rendering I am instantiating the calculator component as soon as my top bar renders, but I am only rendering the content inside of my calculator if show. That way the content is the thing that gets shown or hidden, and none of the disposed lifecycle methods happen the next time that you hide the calculator. And that way, you know, you can, what I'm anticipating doing is making the calculator something that you can drag around the screen and move out of the way and stuff. And then you can close it and then reopen it to get back to what you were working on as well. That's gonna be fun. Okay, that said, 5 plus 2 equal sign. It's using my active operator for both the math operation and what we just pushed. Yeah, okay, and there you go. So this thing should always be previous operator. Otherwise, it's going to be the operator that we passed in. Yeah, or previous operator does not have a value. Is this making any sense? Has value. Has value. All right. So we're always going to use prevop because we know it will have a value by this point in time. Dang it. We know that it's not going to be null by this point in time. I'm doing a null check essentially right here. I don't think it takes dot has value as a null check. It's weird, you know? Okay, so let's try this again. Clear. 5 plus 2. No. No. This is not working. This is not doing what I'm expecting it to do. I need to rewrite all of this logic. That's all it is. Oh, I can't do that there. There. How about this? And that's still treating it like I'm just not a null check. Okay. We can't return if previous operator is null because we still need to do stuff, which is setting the previous operator. Okay, so how about this then? If I actually just need to go through this entire thing again and relogic it. That's what it is. And we'll do that. Let me just write this thing and we'll do it. So if not prevop has value, then we know that the operator that we are just now pressing is either No, we don't know anything about the operator that's being pressed by this point. It's either going to be submit when there's no calculated value, or when there is a calculated value. And if there is a calculated value, then that means that there will have been I kind of like this. I'm back at that point. So like, I am not overheated today. I'm feeling really, really nice. It is perfect temperature down here, but my brain still doesn't want to go with this calculator. I don't know why. I start reading it and I start following it, and then my brain just drops it. It's like, what are you doing, brain? We need to follow this trail. Hello, Tactics. Hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday. My brain is still trying to get in gear. I think it's because of context switching from trying to get Visual Studio to work. Brain isn't braining. From trying to get Visual Studio to stop giving me compiler warnings when there are none. Because when I build the solution, it builds just fine. When I run it, it runs fine and everything renders the way that it's supposed to. So anyway, I'm still thinking about that. And I'm like, what's causing that? But I want to do this. This is more fun at the moment. This is a lot more fun. Get rid of that. Okay, so we're going to relogic what happens when you push an operator. Let's start with what happens when you push, and let's logic the whole shebang. I'm gonna go down here. We're gonna go calculator logic. This is almost like a state diagram that we're going to describe in words. So what do we have? Let's take stock of what we have. We have the current value. We have the previous operator. We have the active operator, and we have the current input. And let's do these in some kind of order. And then we have I guess we have a formula output, sure, but we have a dirty state. Dirty input flag, sure. Various states. One state that I can think of is when the component has just rendered. The input is dirty. Do we really do that? The input is dirty and the active operator is null. Is that what we do? Jamie is here. Hello, Jamie. It has been a while. I hope you're doing well. Also, wishing everyone the best as soon as I see something from them. Even those of you that just lurk the whole time, I am wishing you the best. Absolutely. Question away. Is it null? It's 0. So there was this thing where I set our nullable calculated value to 0 initially, and then when we push the clear all, actually, when do you ever turn null? When you push clear all. And really what I should do is not this. I shouldn't initialize the values up here. And these are not null also. So I don't need to initialize you guys to 0. I don't know why you're getting initialized to 0. Instead, what I should do is on initialized, which I don't have hooked up to anything. How long does it take you on average to make a CRUD application? That's a tough one. So I haven't really had to make my own CRUD application from scratch for a while. I would say the first original CRUD application that I had to make was 2014. Depending on what you mean by make a CRUD application, because in 2017, when I started working for the Rocky Mountain Arsenal, I'll point the right way the first time someday. It was to convert a whole bunch of JSP applications to .NET. And so a lot of them were complex CRUD applications. So I had something to base it off of. They were already set up-ish for me to know what all I needed to be able to do as far as the application interacting with a database. So that took a week to actually set up the MVC application with all of the endpoints that I needed. But then to bring the logic over, it took up to 2 to 3 months per application. And Irish John Games is here. Yeah, my hair is getting bigger. Pretty soon, I will be contending with Baba Rosso. But yeah, if you guys don't know Irish John Games, I'm sure you do. He is an amazing, fun, awesome game developer. Made Rise of Piracy, making Rise of Piracy. Feel free to take a look at it on Steam. Definitely wishlist it. Help get the word out. Journey's getting fluffy too. Did Lion get a haircut prediction? When does that happen? You know, I know someone that is really good at being a non-bot bot. That might help me with that. But then I don't know, that would add, so I guess because my streams like are pretty short, I don't know, because like if I do the countdown timer, I need to make sure that I started at the right time. And yeah, I don't know if that would work, because it would eat up so much of the stream time. I guess I could just leave my camera off until the prediction runs out. I don't know. Anyone seen Dukasoft today? Okay, so how long on average to convert those existing applications? So yeah, as far as those JSP ones were concerned, it was $1 million bills to get. Do you now? As far as those applications were concerned, I was able to scaffold them super quick using MVC. And again, this was .NET Framework the first time. I think if I were to create, oh, you know what? Oh my gosh. What am I saying? This application is a CRUD application for the most part. So the one that we're doing on stream, this calculator, is pretty much a data entry application with a whole bunch of CRUD all over it. I mean, just look at these colors. So we have a data entry page here. We have our account overview, which is a read. We have this, which is a read, which is just a list of transactions that we've entered. 3 different types of transactions to enter. We can edit transactions, so we have a few different UI elements for those. And then list management, which is also a CRUD thing. So yeah, they do. But also keep in mind that I am loading all of this locally. So this is running on my local SQL server. But if we look at the project, I mean, it's not really all that. It's not really useful to look at when I started this project and where we are now, because the majority of my stream is spent just talking to you guys. So 158 days, and then every Friday we have community day, so I'm not really working on the app, and I still count them as a project day. And then yeah, it's maybe like 30 minutes to an hour per stream, with an average of probably 20 minutes. So I don't know how that works. Of actual work on it. But I guess, I don't know. The easiest way to tell is on my YouTube channel. Maybe we can tell it from the thumbnail clips or whatever it's called. How do I get to my channel? Your channel, maybe. Playlist. This one. No, I don't want to actually play it. I want to go to the playlist page. How do I do that? How do I? Okay. And this doesn't do the thumbnail preview. Dang it. Because what I was going to say is we can go to the very beginning. Day 1. Wait, that is day 1. It's in order. How nice. Figure out how much time we spent on this stream designing and deciding what the project is going to be, and then take a quick glance at the next stream to figure out how far did we get here. We're still designing. So that's 2 days of 2 hours of work. And then how far we got on this stream. And we're in Visual Studio Code. Why am I in Visual Studio Code? Oh, because this is a community day. And we're talking with Tyron, I think? No, we're talking with someone that knows React. And Peter's there. Anyway. Yeah, anyway, we just keep going until we find out where my UI is, where you can actually see the data entry forms do a thing, and then count up the amount of hours for that. Where's the beard? It's right here. I'm wearing it right now. I stole it from him. Younger me. But yeah, I would say probably, if I was working full-time on it, 1 week to get all of the UI set up for the CRUD, and then if there is existing logic that needs to happen, business logic that is specific, then up to 3 months to get everything converted over. Okay, so let's hop back and check. Dickasoft disappeared suddenly, and Irish John Games was telling him that he has $1 million bills to give him. And then Scott was asking, have you downloaded .NET 8 Preview 7? I have not yet. I haven't been doing much in .NET Preview because I have been very busy lately. But Render Mode Auto did come out. That is awesome. I am looking forward to seeing that work. Babyface lion. Fold the old one and save the money. Oh, wait, I have a 2.5 years old Galaxy S21 Pro. I'm really feeling like getting a Fold 5, but it's like a lot of money, so I can't decide what to do with that. I don't know. I mean, I don't have a need for it personally. So I'm just using the same phone that I've had for a while because I honestly don't use my phone all that much. So, of course, just consider, do you actually use your phone as much as you think you do? Or is it just because it's a shiny new piece of tech that you want? Which is fine. That's a valid reason to want to upgrade your phone. But I think that mobile companies did do a pretty good job of making us feel like we should get the latest model of phone every year that a new one comes out. But really, lately the improvements to mobile phones, mobile devices have plateaued, where there's very little, at least from what I can tell, very little that is improving as far as storage space, cameras, speed, functionality. In fact, they're taking away features more than they're putting features on, so that in another 5 years they can be like, this phone now has this new feature that used to exist in 2010, but we took away so that we can do this. Big step up would be the huge screen. Yeah, and again, I really don't do all that much on my phone, so I wouldn't need that. I have computers. I have a mobile studio for a big screen phone. Desktop computers for productivity. Okay, yeah. So those are my thoughts on that. But yes, fold the old one. I have my old phone that the reason that I decided to get a new phone was because when I got hired at Sagetti, so this is a Note 10 Plus, right? You're a Note 10 Plus, right? Which is relatively old, and I've had it for a while. I love this phone, but I didn't want my personal phone. I wanted a different phone number to be associated with my Sagetti stuff. So when I put my phone number in my emails, then that's this phone. So then I upgraded to an S22 Pro Plus thing, whatever this thing is, which is pretty much a Galaxy Note, in my opinion. So then that's what drove me to get a new phone. But I think that I will be using this phone for quite some time because it has everything that I need on it. So I don't need to get a new one. But anyway, time for a Thindlebird birthday stream. So we had a Finite birthday stream. We had an Irish John Games birthday stream. There were a few other people, a few other Leos that celebrated their birthdays recently. It was fun. You missed Finites. Oh no. Yeah. I'm also a Leo, by the way. The end. Clay's is in 6 days. Like Clayman Dev. Clayman Dev. Red Cabin Games. Scooch. Alright. Back to this. Where are we? And if y'all are hanging around Fritz, his is late this month, like the 31st. Hashtag not a Leo. What are we gonna do for Clay? I have no idea. I don't really do birthday celebration type stuff. Like, I don't plan birthday celebration stuff. Give him a new phone. Typically, I just don't really celebrate prescribed celebration times. I prefer to celebrate when it comes up, when the mood is right, I guess. Down with no. Read the shirt, man. Read the shirt. Okay, I do want to get some stuff done on this so that I can fix this flippin' calculator. So we're doing some logic braining. You could give him your S21 since you won't need it after getting the new Fold. So I am taking stock on what we're keeping track of in this calculator. Then I'm saying here is one state. When the component has just rendered, / clear all is clicked. The input is dirty. Oh, we're also keeping track of whether decimal is active. Yes, the input is very dirty at this point. Anyway, we clear out the current input value. We set dirty decimal active to false. Dirty is true. Clear out the active operator. Clear out the formula. Clear out the calculated value, and clear out the previous operator. Anything else? All right, yes, this looks good. A number is selected. So have I already asked about the guys? I've already asked about this one. Have you heard the term for what happens when you press a button that button is selected? So select the 8 button means click on it. Have you ever heard that? Oh, you know what? This isn't showing that it's active. It's just a different color to let you know where the equals key is. But anyway, apparently in localization, you use the term selected when you are printing stuff out onto a screen that talk about clicking a button. You don't say click the button, you say select the button below. I don't know why, but you do. At least we do with the client that I have, or I'm working with. Select any key. Okay. When after we'll call this initial state. The component has just rendered or the clear all is selected. Clicked. So number is clicked after. I'm gonna rebel. I am using the word clicked. Number is clicked after initial state. The input is dirty. The operator. Select is valid for any environment. Touchscreens, yes, exactly. Okay. I remember that. I just didn't remember until you typed it. So yes. It's because our app can run on touch, gaze, like with your eyeballs, and mouse input, and keyboard input. So the word select is input agnostic. That's a good reason for it. Back to my earlier web dev ARIA days, which I am doing a lot of. So I finished all of my bugs and features, including a proof of concept for a new feature, which I I really love doing that. It's so much fun. So I am now back on UI work to improve our accessibility and the way that narrator works in our app, with our app. And so I am improving the semantic HTML without messing up the actual UI design for people with vision. I'm not distracted. No, why do you ask? Okay. Done being distracted. Winks at the any key. Nice. All right. I don't know that I really want to keep going with this because this is what I do. I get way too granular. I'm just going to see what Copilot gives us. So a number is, we'll change this all to selected. A number is selected after an operator is selected. No, how about an operator first? An operator is selected after initial. Yeah, okay. So this is the thing that really matters to me. This one here. When we start, I want to make sure, and this is me abandoning the thought that we're going to logic this out and write it out because it seemed too tedious. So instead we're going to do it with words. Oh, and Deflex came in. Oh my gosh. Hello, Deflex. Sorry for not acknowledging you. Your presence is very welcome. Good to see you as well. I did miss Peter's stream last night. I said that earlier. I'm usually not near this computer at all in the evenings, so I don't really know when people go live. I just try to have like Captain Commerce's stream, or his channel at least, open so that when his stream starts, then I will be counted as a viewer. And then like at 3:30 my time, I'm pretty much leaving, well, between 3:30 and 4 my time, I am leaving my desk. Hello, Mojo. And away from my desk for the rest of the day. But yes, happy Tuesday, Sir Black Soul. Happy Tuesday. It's Wednesday. But happy Tuesday, everyone. Oops. Hey, look, a shout out for Captain Commerce, who streamed last night. Apparently it was well, because it's Tuesday, he streamed last night. I think it was a short stream. I don't know. It was just odd because actually, you know what? I should be able to tell. When did he end? He ended, yeah, at 7:02. So I think it was a short stream. Wait, it's Wednesday? Twitch isn't the same without unfettered mod powers. Do you want mod powers? Live coding gave me a taste of power last night. I'm sorry, but I only have one mod and one non-bot mod. I was way too long up yesterday. That does not count. Yeah, it's still part of Tuesday for you, it sounds like. Mod powers here are curtailed. Yes. Like, I don't even know how it came to be that Dugabot became mod. Because I don't really need mod stuff, but Dukasoft has just been amazing at it. And I know what I've been missing now. How many dollars for mod? $69.99. I think I've banned one person ever. Is Napalm here? Napalm, are you here? Guess not. Didn't appear in search. If you give everyone mod, no one is a mod. Ooh, this is true. I'm pretty sure it was a bot. I hope it was, at least. But you did so awesomely. My favorite flavor of anarchy. Make everyone ruler. Hi, BitGamey. More family showing up. BitGamey. I love it. You don't know BitGamey. You are missing out entirely. Give him a follow. Watch his amazing streams. Enjoy your time over there. It is over 9,000. I bet your points are a little bit over 9,000 too by now. Just a little. Anyone want to be number 2? Ew, number 2. Boop. Me. But then I'm missing out on all the awesomeness. All I could use... Oh, and I could use a financial tracker. Well, you say that now. What if you see it? And then you're like, you know, I don't really want to use something like that. There's a little bit too much manual involvement. Like for me, it makes perfect sense because I really need to see... I need to input some numbers manually in order to realize when I am spending money, because I never spend money really. But I have a whole bunch of things that are streaming services, for example, or subscription services that I just lose track of because I don't purposefully. I'm stalking you creating it whenever I can. So yes, I find it great. Awesome. Right now, I'm trying to fix some brokenness in this calculator, but the really cool thing is that we now have tests that we can run, so that when we do get the logic to actually work, we can see the tests turn green. So I'm trying to go through the logic of the calculator so that I can fix it. I see you. I see your 2, and I raise you 2. I always right away cancel my subscription because I hate losing track. Yeah, I'm terrible at that. But Mojo says my streaming service may or may not have similarities to the name of Irish John Games. Game. Is it called Rise of Capitalism? Rise of Community? I ain't touching that. Rise of Foya. But anyway, that is your thing. I don't condone anything like what you were implying, so yeah. Okay, so moving on. I really want to see this. Oh, I'll use anything that has dark mode. Yeah, this thing has only dark mode, but like even the color scheme, we're gonna rework, we're gonna revamp. We finished the logic that we wanted to get, so we started playing around with adding a built-in calculator. And that's proving to be a lot more work than I expected it to be. Max gave us the initial HTML, CSS, and JavaScript with very basic functionality. I turned it into a Blazor component and am now struggling with it for some reason. But Here's the deal. Here's the deal. Override on initialized. We'll do clear all. So that when we start off in our initial state. It worked perfectly in JavaScript. No, it didn't. Is not good. Anyway, so we clear all. That puts us in a in a dirty state. So that the next number, what is input dirty for? Excuse me. Oh, I got the hiccups. Input dirty is used to identify whether the input has changed since the last calculation. Thank you, Copilot. So what I'm saying by input being dirty when we first initialize the calculator is when we push a number, we're going to add that number to the existing number. So right now we have 0. So we do 0 times 10, whatever our current number is, times 10, plus the number that we're pushing, unless decimal is active. And the reason that we want it to be dirty is so that if I push the decimal, then I can push another number to get that to work. You can see that I can't undecimal it. If I do a plus sign, yeah, this stays. Is that how it is here? You dirty calculator, you. To be honest, I even want to go near I don't even want to go near creating a calculator. Way too dirty of a job. You only need an abacus for advanced users. Like, this logic should be so easy and straightforward. So right now, I should have set the input to not dirty so that the next thing that I push will overwrite the input. So I think that's what's breaking. So as soon as I press an operator, I am setting input dirty to false. And if I push a number while input dirty, if input dirty, if not input dirty, then we're going to reset the input number to 0. And that's how we reset the input number to 0. Okay, does that work? So if I push plus, okay, 5 plus 2, dang it, this is not working. I really, I keep trying to modify the existing code when really what I want to do is something more like this. Broke the tests commit. Oh, they added the UI for this. They made it bigger, I think. Anyway, I just updated my Visual Studio, so I'll be noticing things. Add stream tag not dirty. We need to make it not dirty. So this is really what I want to do. Keep that. Delete this. I like this. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. That took a lot of brain work too, but I'm deleting it. Okay, tests fail. Yes, all tests fail. Can you please show on stream how to get a PSD2 banking license with AISP certification so I can access the Read API for my bank accounts. Yeah, so that's the thing. With this financial management tracker, it is all about manual data entry. I don't want to have this thing hook up to your financial institution. I want it to be you're only able to enter your information in manually. You create your accounts manually that you want to track, call them whatever you want. The only information that's stored is the name of the account and the type. And then you input all of your payments, deposits, and transfers, and that shows up down here. And that's it. If anybody wants to give me all their bank details, I can do some testing though. It says BitGamey. Oh, how malicious of you. I wanted an auto add money feature. Well, I mean, the other thing that I do want to enhance this with is possibly a recurring payments, but it will not post your recurring payments. It will only add them as pending. And you have to review them and click the button that says, all right, it posted on this day. I promise to send you a postcard. All right, well, here is mine. My, what is it called? My routing number is that enough numbers? And my bank account number is, oops. Is this enough numbers for a banking number? Why does yours start with a 4? Mine starts with a 4. Oh yeah. And the financial institution is that one bank. That one bank. Oh yeah, it's actually written like this. It's really cool. And the password, Sir Blacksoul already shouted out my password. How did you guess it so easily though? I'm gonna have to change it now. I'll probably make it this. No one will ever guess that. Okay, anyway. I wonder how close I was to my actual bank account number. All right, so when a number is pushed, yeah, I still like this logic here, but we need to figure out, are we clearing out the existing input value? Hello, Nubis? Did I pronounce it correctly? Welcome in to the to the one line of code stream. Used to call it Daily Code Fun because we used to be able to do this every day of the week for about 6 hours a day. Oh, I miss those times. As you can see there, the Dukasoft non-bot bot made my bot say we're currently working on a financial management / tracker application using .NET 7, WebAssembly, and Blazor server, and Entity Framework Core, and SQL Server, our own custom CSS, our own components. All of my videos are posted on YouTube's. Oh man. So Plaid is having issues with my financial institution. I'm using another software for tracking all of my business stuff, and Plaid is having troubles with pulling the account information from that financial institution. What project would you recommend for a junior .NET developer to strengthen skills? So, it's lame. Wait, you have a YouTube? It's lame, but to do apps really do, like if you're gonna do productivity apps, I guess, or I don't know, there's it has a lot of applications, but to do apps, demonstrate potentially everything from as small as just being able to make a UI where you can type something in and have it show up in a list of items underneath without any kind of state or anything like that, to if you're using web technology, using local storage, to persistent storage, using databases. You can have an API backend that you are sending these new items to. You can add authentication to it. So one project that seems so simple could be something that you learn all of those concepts for. Everything from just regular HTML, CSS, JavaScript to turning it into Blazor. When did Santa move polls? What? I'm also, Mojo says, I'm also a .NET developer, junior .NET developer. My title officially changes September 1st. Congratulations on that. Let's work on things together, Nubis. So Sir Black Soul says, I will also, oh my gosh, how much did I miss up here? Okay. PSD2, no worries, always reached dispo already. It's this and this. Oh, yeah. I'll also need your home address to send the postcard to. Nice. What did you reply to, Sir Black Soul? You replied to BitGamey, who replied to you. But I don't know where that message is. I'm so blind. I am so blind. Oh, this is your address. Okay, PSC 768 box 400 APO API. Just send it to name Santa Claus. And then Mojo asked, when did Santa move poles? And Sir Black Soul said that the North Pole melted. I was hoping to not have to. I wrote this song so that I would not have to sing it in 2023. Gosh, I'm not doing anything. We push a number. When we push a number, the only time that we want to update the number is if input is not dirty. Oh wait, so if input is not dirty, I still want the thing where we reset input. And reset input, I'm going to turn into a method. Actually, you know what? I think I'm just going to use handle clear as my reset input because these are the only things that I want to do. Okay, then input will be dirty. Oh, if not input dirty. Me and my half words. BitGamey says, how do you turn it into a meth head? Did I hear that right? You did not hear it right. Okay, Nubis asks, is it true that C# is easy to learn and hard to master language? I don't know. Of course, it depends. That's going to be an answer that you're going to hear a lot whenever you ask these value type questions. But it really depends on your learning style. Are you geared towards thinking in this way, in this object-oriented way? Or are you more like event-driven, or are you more script type? Yeah, so has to do with you a lot. Just add a little meth to the head, then you get meth head, obviously. So I found C# to be pretty intuitive because I already learned Java going through an educational institution formal way is what I was trying to say. So I learned Java the formal way, which is by going to school. I learned object-oriented programming the formal way. And I was doing a lot of VB stuff and then VB.NET. So then switching to C# was kind of shocking because it looked like Java, but it wasn't, and it was .NET, but it wasn't VB. So it was kind of like, do I even know what I'm doing? This doesn't really make any sense. But at the same time, I caught on to it pretty quickly. And then I just fell in love with it. And I'm like, I don't want to write in any other language at the moment. I have tried Python. I went back to C and C++ for a minute, and then obviously had to do Java with my previous job, at least reading it. There were times that I had to update apps in place while I was working on other apps, which meant modifying JSP and recompiling and rebuilding, or recompiling and republishing the apps. Have you seen the drama with mock library? No, I have not. What is it? How long have you been a .NET developer? So I am going to say that officially a .NET developer since 2014. That's going to be the short way of answering that. Compared to C++, I find it easy. As managed language, you don't need to take care of all the things, which bend my brain cells. Like, it's rare that you have to work with locks. It's rare that you have to do memory allocation, like extremely rare to do memory allocation yourself. Keep track of pointers. Everything is reference except for the value things. But all of the classes that you create yourself are by reference. All of the structs and all of the records now are by value. What is the future for .NET? You would have to ask the Microsoft website, because I have not been able to keep up lately with it. But take a look at what's new in .NET 8 on Learn, and this will tell you what is coming up next for .NET, as well as .NET Conf in November, which is when this will most likely be released. They are harvesting developer emails from Git config. Oh, is that what that thumbnail was from Nick? So your information is no longer safe if you are using mock. Interesting. Are .NET in demand over the years? For example, when you started? So that's a really good question, because my situation isn't typical as far as getting into the industry. Or maybe it is typical. Maybe this is how people do it, but I had been working in human resources and doing reading and rating resumes, managing programs, and at the same time doing some office automation by using VBA macros. I had a couple opportunities where I was able to do software development jobs for the actual people that work on the software for the human resources office that I worked at, or I guess organization, because it was Department of the Army, so it was throughout the entire US. Anyway, so I got to do some work with them, which was in ASP Classic using VB, and then later it was ASP.NET still using VB. So I was able to do a little bit of that, but that was only like a total of 6 months of actual software development work before I was like, you know what, I need to get out of human resources and start doing the thing that I love after university, of course. So this is all after I graduated university. So I really, really want to do software development as my career, as the thing that I want to do every day, not do some fake coding. I'm not trying to call VBA fake coding, but it was for me. And then, so I talked to a person that I met during one of those trips to work on the HR application. And he's like, well, I have a friend who is hiring a .NET developer at this other place. I can get you in contact with them. So they put me in contact with them, and they were like, yes, let's do this. So then that's when I got the job with the Rocky Mountain Arsenal. I did it. I pointed the right way. And from then on, I have been contacted because I went into LinkedIn. It's probably one of the easiest ways where you can be contacted by just about anyone for just about anything. So I went, created my LinkedIn account, and I got contacted by recruiter after recruiter. And so I was spoilt for choice as far as deciding where I wanted to work next for .NET stuff. And I'm still getting lots and lots of probes for .NET positions. But I think that is because now I have been officially working in a .NET senior level. Oh, yeah. And my title when I first, this is what's non-typical. My title when I first started was at the Rocky Mountain Arsenal was Senior Application Developer. And you don't typically go from human resources, where I have a bachelor's degree in computer science, but I have not really been doing software development other than those two developmental positions and then maintaining the code a little bit. So I went straight into a senior application developer position and worked there for another 3 years. And so now I have that title for 3 years, and that gives me my minimum 3 to 5 years of software development experience for, was it only 3? 2017 until 2021? Yeah, 3 or 4. Yeah, so then now I can say I have senior application developer, senior software developer experience, so I can apply for senior software developer positions with 3 years of experience, now 6 years of experience. But it's because I was also doing a lot of side, like personal projects in .NET in 2014. So Nuba says, I'm a junior dev, and for now it seems so overwhelming, and it's clearly not easy for me, and there's ups and downs. Sometimes I think, why did they even hire me? Yeah, I mean, again, it's completely up to how you take it, how you do. If you are struggling with it, but you're like, this is what I want to do with my life, I want to be a software developer, then you will succeed. All it takes is just, do you want it? Do you want to? And I'm speaking this from one perspective. There are definitely many, many other perspectives where people take more into consideration than I do. But from my perspective, it really is, if you just have that desire that this is what you want to do, you will eventually get there. It may take time, but you will get there. And I mostly say that out of experience because I felt like I was really, really dumb at software development. I failed my first couple of years at university in the computer science program. It was mostly my UGE classes, but I still wasn't able to understand Java. I just could not grasp it. And it took me about 2 years before something finally clicked that said, this is what things mean. All right. So Peter's here. Sorry, Mr. Stream. The mock stuff is not great. Zoo is trying to make a full-time living and he went too far, but I do sympathize with any OSS library maintainer who is not directly paid for it. And then Sir Black Soul responded, it's very commonly used in enterprise environments. Java is kind of declining regarding .NET. And it's kind of weird. So the consulting agency that I work with, which is Sogeti, which all of my views and opinions are my own and don't necessarily reflect the views and opinions of Sogeti, they still have a lot of positions and a lot of clients that use Angular front end and Java Spring backend. So yeah, like that seems to be their strength, with not as much focus on a .NET stack. I mean, they still use Azure or AWS. It's a mix, but really it still seems to be a JavaScript front end and Java Spring backend. I had never heard of Java Spring before this, by the way. Also, bonus. This is the time to strike. Eliminate mocks entirely. Move to hand-rolled fakes, and you will live better life 99.99% of the time. For the remaining 0.01, you can still use mocks, I guess. But this has been your spicy hot take for the morning, says Peter. Okay, BitGamey said, outside of site builders like Wix, does anyone have recommendations for a quick way to get a website up and running? Is WordPress the way to go? Dukasoft says WordPress is fine, but it depends on your needs. Honestly, yeah, what my needs are something that is quick to implement and easy to maintain. I've been looking to see if AI is the way to go. I mean, gosh, I don't really know how to approach that. My recommendation would have been create a Blazor WebAssembly client only website. Well, again, depending on your needs. So not just quick and easy to implement, your needs regarding, do you need to store data? Do you need to track users, provide authentication? If you don't need any of that and it's just a static website that you want to display content and then every now and then update that content that you're displaying to people, then that's where I would say create a Blazor WebAssembly application, use GitHub Pages, and then map that to a URL that you bought, a domain that you bought. So for me, rolling my own is the easiest way to go rather than trying to use some kind of web builder. Especially when it comes to content management systems. Peter said, I added a 20 minutes of Spring Boot redemption to my channel as chat points reward during the moment it's redeemed. Man, I wasn't even able to lurk on your channel last night, so I didn't get points because I didn't know you went live. I'm so disconnected in the evenings. Like I am working my other life at that point in time. I have a basic static site, BitGamey.com, which I am clicking on. I think I'm clicking on it, but it's pretty much a landing page. No, you don't. It's not secure. Okay, so it's just a landing site. I have a notebook where I noted the content I want to add, so I'll keep you updated as it progresses. So yeah, gosh, without using just something like Wix or whatever, Squarespace, Square something, or whatever other tools there are to just throw content onto a static site, the easiest subscribe to his notebook. The easiest thing that I can think of is just to use GitHub static pages. Even Azure static pages is extremely cheap. You can get certificates there. You can get a domain. And yeah, maybe you can use ChatGPT, Copilot, Bard, whatever other resources you can get to scaffold out your website for you. Blazor, Azure, Wix is looking inviting at this point. Like, if you already have some design abilities, then making your own HTML and CSS page would be easy. And then Blazor would just make it to where you can add and change content really easily because you have components and templates, essentially, just like you would if you were going to go WordPress. It's just more customizable, more maintainable, in my opinion. So I don't know. Given that though, Dukasoft, since you are more versed in what WordPress's capabilities are, BitGamey wants a static site with static content that he wants to update on occasion himself. Is WordPress a good way to go? You created this with HTML. Envy me. Oh, yay. And you used a table to create it. I'm smiling at you. And a whole bunch of BRs for spacing. I am smiling at you. That's all I'm gonna do. I am not shaming tables. If it is how you got this to work and look nice, it's how you got it to work and look nice. Maybe. No. If you think it would be fun and not just a bother, we could remake this. Just a simple landing page on a community day. Do not apply to front-end positions for tables on your homepage. I mean, I didn't see it. Let's remake it. I mean, it would be really simple. It'd be really easy. It's a header, a subtitle, probably put this inside of a div, another div with the picture, or just the picture, who knows, another div for the socials, and then another div / footer for the copyright, and then space them using CSS and center them. Display flex. Oh, I wouldn't put anybody through hiring me. Nobody deserves that. BitGamey website building stream. I mean, I would definitely do it for fun. Yeah, if it's for fun, if it's even if it is for your professional look, you could use GitHub static pages, and then you're still able to have a custom domain on those, I believe. Does that sound right, Peter? Yeah, go static site, Wix maybe, WordPress maybe. Yeah, so he said, other than Wix or Wix-like things, yeah, custom domains do work great. Like, copy, code pen, only pen. HTML goes there. HTML goes there. Oh, I see non-breaking spaces. And I use this image BitGamey. I don't want to use this image if it is not okay with you. I could put in a placeholder image instead. Go ahead. Arigato momichi. Are you not gonna let me get the image? Why not? That's weird. Okay, how about, oh, here. No, I don't know how to do that. Copy image address. Image to base 64. Do I actually have to save it? Sure, OBS plugins is where I'll save that to. But I don't want to have to change full, whatever. I want to do this quickly. Am I missing chat? I'm missing chat, I bet. Self-plug, devsecfailureops.com. Is that a GitHub static page? Or is that just your custom domain? There we go. Okay. And then Bookface, Twitter, YouTube, Twitter X, or whatever. YouTube. Oh, you can do multiples. Twitter, the Bookface. Perfect. Copy. Which one is which? The first one was YouTube, right? Pretty sure the first one was YouTube. And the next one is Twitter. WTF is Twitter. Did I put that in the wrong place? Yeah, I put that in the href. Dang it. Where's the image? Back to you two. And finally, Bookface. Bookface. It's my custom domain, pseal. Sealy? Did you say seal? I think you said seal. .github.io. What's Twitter? Good question. I wish we could collapse these. Probably should have done this after we changed the structure. But whatever. I didn't. Therefore, we won't. Okay, so, oh, right, we still have one more. I didn't realize this was it's not an image. Okay, so changing structure. Let's get rid of this. Delete. Ooh. Oh my goodness, this so weird. Goodbye table. Goodbye BR. This is span. Ooh, and using points. I like that. I like using points. Delete. And I can't collapse this. I really can't. We'll call you a span for now, but you'll probably be a P. What? Yep. It would, but I wanted to do this in real time. In real time. I wanted to do this in a place that was easily accessible. I don't know. Visual Studio would be faster. Let's add BitGamey's landing page to Financial Management Calculator. And then we can use the actual images themselves. Add new project. We're going to do a whole Blazor WebAssembly. A whole Blazor WebAssembly. BitGamey land me. Do I have any folders for like fun? No. Let's do it here. Next. HTTPS. No ASP.NET hosted, not progressive web app. We just leave everything like that. We're already doing your website. Grabbing a coffee. All right, so let's get some images. I think the folder you actually called images. Images. Yeah, this is definitely a good break from using my brain on the calculator. I don't want to use my brain on the calculator. I just want to have fun. Oh, girls. Downloads. It's Community Day again on a Wednesday. And today we are just seeing what we can do with this thrown together website landing page that was done for fun. No judgments here. Okay. Pages. Delete. Delete. This is going to be, actually, let's go ahead and re-grab the original. Now that we have, we actually have a separate social folder that these go. Bye, 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 baby, bye, bye, bye. Deleted. Enter. KD. Okay. We ended up saying that you are going to be our H1. H1. And you are just going to be a span for now. Actually, I really don't know what I want this to be yet. Because it's like a subtitle. So this should all be in like a header. Yeah, this will do. This will be a subtitle. And this will be an anchor. Mail to pasta. And actually, given that, we could just use the anchor only with no span. No span at all. Can we rename the title to BitGamey? Ooh, what is that emote? Ooh, it's one of BitGamey's coffee emotes. I wanna use it. Did I not renew my subscription to you? Oh, I did. Yum. How about no? Since BitGamey says no, I say no. All right, this is probably going to be a P because I got a P. And then here's our socials, which is going to be in its own div. And then we're going to have a footer. And this is going to be called main. And actually, we're going to call this one section, I think. And then this is going to be a section. Okay, and then the footer was copyright. BitGamey. BitGamey, no. I mean, thank you. Thank you is what I really, really intended to say, not no. All right, at date time, today, year. So that'll update. Okay, so now we have a page. Let's go see that page. Set a startup. Actually, we don't even need to set a startup. We go Control C, BitGamey, .NET Watch. All right, let's see how beautiful this page already looks. Oh wow, it looks just like it. Kidding. Would you load already? Thank you. Oh, right. Get rid of all this other stuff. 9999999. Go away, sidebar. Excuse me. It did the hot reload animation thing, and it didn't actually hot reload. What? I'm sorry, what? Yeah, never mind. Dev tunnels. Reloading is hot. Nobody saw that, okay? It worked the first time. Don't need you anymore. This anymore. Okay, so that's what the page looks like currently. I would like this open so that we can see both. So you have a background color that is black and black. Is that on body? Cool. All right, so body has background color black. You also have our, oh, this is going to be fun without using, what's the word I'm looking for? Sass markup. Nice emote. So then let's do the easiest one, which is our page is going to have a, actually, this is going to be very specific to, anyway, our page is going to be display fixed inset 0. Overflow auto. And what this is going to do is it's going to make the page only take up the visible part of the display and then have some scroll bars in there. It just makes it easier for us to position things inside of it. Display, not display. Position fixed is what I said. Position fixed. And then since this is the only page in here, we're going to do display flex column. Oops. Flex direction. I'm doing this fast because I got to pee. And finally, align. Nope, this I have to, yeah, align items. Center. Nope, that didn't work. What is our structure here? App, page. Yeah, so this should have been flex direction column. Why aren't you doing that? Here's what we're going to do because I'm lazy. Display grid. Justify content. Center. Why aren't you going? Why? Oh. What are the chances that main layout CSS has the rules for our page? We don't have a top row anymore. I don't have a sidebar anymore. There we go. Okay, that's better. And again, because we know what this page looks like, we can do everything with grid. So grid template rows is going to be auto for the header. Gosh, I don't know, 20 ch for that image with the new website coming soon, and then auto. Hello? Why do I hear? Oh, finite just got super loud suddenly. I was like, why do I hear finite? Okay. That's really weird. Why are you not doing auto for the header? You're doing 1FR for the header. Header, main, footer. We got 3 rows. The first row is auto. The second row, oh, got it. Align items, flex start. Yeah, I don't understand why this thing is taking up the entire height when it shouldn't. Whatever. And then a padding of, yeah, I really don't get what it's doing at the moment. Let's do 1 rem. This is definitely not behaving the way that I'm expecting it to. And hello, arcades. Here's how your site would look on the back end if you knew what you were doing. What? No, definitely not. I was just trying to remake the thing. Remake what you already have. Header. And then inside of the main, we have two sections. So our header will be text align center. Will be display flex direction column, align items center. Oh, come on. I think it just stopped hot reloading. Oh. This is why it's really hard for me to just use pure CSS. So I just mailed off my notebook. If you can get the site set up by, say, the weekend, that'd be great. I could actually do that for you. I have no problem doing that. All right, there we go. So one of the main things that was causing issues is that the header, main, section, footer, these are all inside of the child content of main layout, and main layout, this is a scope CSS file, which means that in order to target any child components, I need to use : deep.
Make it so.
Make it so. Man, I love that one. Like pretty much all of these are going to be the same. Oh, okay. So this one is not going to be that. We can leave it like this. Then we can do text align center for this one. It's much easier if I could see the structure at the same time. So section has 3 anchors, so we're going to call this the I don't know, what do you want to call this? Hero? We'll call this the hero. And then we'll call this one socials. Gosh, I really wish I was using Sass. You know what? Forget it. I'm using Sass. Main layout.razor.scss. Okay. You say things like I wish, and you actually do those things. Okay, I feel better now. This thing needs to go away. Who left the door open and let the pirate in? Hi, always in awe. Oh man. See, this is more fun for you than yes, yeah. At the moment it is. I mean, because it's like I'm just mimicking something that was already designed and created, and trying to make this thing look like that. We're gonna give this thing an ID of title. We're gonna give this thing ID of well, I don't know. Class of subtitle. I don't know why I'm doing it that way, but I am. So title, we'll get font size, and then your current font size you used points for, which is fine. You're allowed. Use 10 points, which calculates as font size 48 pixels. And if our base font size according to app CSS is, oh, let's go ahead and grab your font family. Poppins. If our base font size is, let's say 12 pix, then we can do 4. Wait, bold, color, FFF, color. Why isn't that applying? Dot page deep header title. Page deep header title. Oh my goodness. Artie, is that you? Saying to Irish John for saying hi, always in awe. Yeah, why? H1, why is tab index -1? No, don't do that. Don't do that, phone. No, it's not time. In any case, it's pretty close. I really don't know what's going on with this display grid being absolutely bonkers. What I'm actually going to do really quick is take all of that stuff that I put for display grid, which I put where? In main layout, which is right here. Yeah, display grid. Grid template rows should be auto. I wanted 20 characters tall and then auto, but that moves the everything down. Why? I don't want it to move everything down. So instead in index, oh, it was because I hadn't saved. Oops. We're going to wrap this in a div class page content. And we're moving all of this save into F2 index.razor.scss pasta dot page content, and then we don't need deep, and we want to compile. And there we go. Okay. So margin 0 auto. Perfect. Or actually, do we want auto? No, 0 auto. Yeah, now it's doing what I want it to do. So you can do 50, let's say. And we can do grid gap of 4 rems. Come on. Oh. We gotta stop. Bang ad time. I hate leaving a thing halfway through. All right, close, very close. We're really, really close. Why does it still look like it's not using your font? Maybe it's because I don't have the font installed on my machine. So you're using Poppins. Font weight is 400. Yeah, could be that it's not installed. I could get it, but at the moment I don't have it. But anyway, point is, using more semantic like HTML might even be better for you for whoever you're trying to attract, so that your page is navigatable accessibly using accessibility. That's the only reason that I would stray away from using tables. That was the whole moral of the story. But we can definitely get more stuff updated. We'll have default color be white. But if you want, we could really just play with this some more. I'm having fun with it. I don't know if it's just a bother to you, and if it is, then I would prefer not to do it. But if you think it would be fun to revamp your landing page a little bit, to use just regular HTML, CSS, and Java. Like, I'm not even doing this in a Blazor way, other than maybe the copyright, where I have it just doing the current year. But otherwise, it really is just HTML and CSS. Yeah, but no worries. That's it for my stream anyway. Because I gotta go. Yes, that's the perfect color. I don't think that works because it's not it's not a thingy. Coming from .NET Web Forms and C# is Blazor intuitive to learn. I like the ability to control the state of my web controls. So you will love that for sure. I definitely know you'll enjoy working in Blazor once you get the hang of it, but going from web forms to Blazor is a little bit different. If you said going from MVC to Blazor, then yeah, it's pretty similar. Or even ASP.NET Pages, web pages, I guess it's called. I think also very similar, but web forms, because yeah, unlearn everything about web forms. I don't want to say that completely, because you're still kind of using Razor, right? I mean, you're still changing between using C# values in places and using HTML. So that part will transfer over easily. It's just you need to get, like, I really don't remember what web forms currently looks like, or what it looked like. I think you still use the @ brace symbol, @ brace, to switch to C# context. There are things that I can do in web forms that can't be done in MVC. I don't know about that. I would like to see what those things are. Unfortunately, I am approaching the end of my stream. So Friday, I will be back. Gosh, I'm saying this in such a weird order. I will be back on Friday, though, for our community day. On Fridays, I open up the stream to anyone that has questions, that wants to do stuff with their projects. Like the thing that I was doing on today's stream was kind of a community day type thing, but I just felt like doing it today because this stupid calculator. I didn't want to brain through the calculator today. I didn't either last week either. Nice. It's lion o'clock. But I do like to be involved with the community more on Fridays and just spend all stream talking with you and going over projects or questions or comments that you want to talk about. And Irish John Games. What about Irish John Games? Oh, at Irish John Games. So here's my for all of the previous videos for this series, for the creating this financial management calculator, I post them to YouTube no sooner than 24 hours after I end the stream. So that means tomorrow by 12:45 Mountain Time, I will have this stream posted, a recording of this stream posted. Yeah, so feel free to check it out there. We have a Discord channel or Discord server that you are welcome to join as well. We have a very welcoming community. They're very, very motivational. They're helpful. They're uplifting. They're really cool people. Even if sometimes it sounds like they are just as griping as I am, or we're all very opinionated too. So I keep ending with so. I'm trying to figure out how long it's been. Like, I think we just rated Jonas, right? Where is this page? And thank you both, Arcades and Scott A. O'Brien, for the follows. Really appreciate that. We rated Dragon Spirit Games. We rated Finite. We rated Sedlix. Yeah, so let's head on over to Jonas. Red Cabin Games, who I think we might have wanted to raid yesterday, but he was ending his stream or something. He is a game developer working in Unity, so if you are into that kind of thing, then hang out with me there. I will be lurking on his stream after I say hello and everything. Red Cabin Games. He's working on a game called Space Scavenger 2.5. Oh yeah, what happened was we tried to raid him once and he ended his stream while we were raiding or something. But anyway, of the people that I am currently lurking on their channels, he is the one that we have not raided recently. So that's why we're going over there. Other than that, again, I'll be back on Friday, Community Day. We'll talk more. That was a great question that you brought in, Scott. Hopefully we'll be able to give you a better answer as far as comparing web forms. I'll do some checking just to see what web forms currently looks like, but comparing web forms and then going to Blazor. So yeah, that'll be it though. Until then, ciao for now. Jeez, this is me waving. I do this a lot. I wave for a long time when I really don't have to. I could just, hide myself and push the raid now button. But I'm going to turn up the music now. Here I go. Muting my microphone.